So I'm back with another episode. Got a whole bunch of new pieces, parts. Today I'm gonna be working with this bad boy right here. That's right, you guessed it. It's a Raspberry Pi. It's a 5, and it is a 8 gig RAM version. I got some relays here. Gonna be adding the relays from the Raspberry Pi along with the other relays onto this acrylic board. So I'm gonna get all of that sorted out. Yeah, man, I got a lot of things to talk about. So this right here is a, let's see if I can read the box. So this right here is a Pi 3G, 4G LTE Hat. And basically what this is going to allow me to do is to always have connectivity to the car. So no matter where it is, I'll always be able to connect to it and have it do what I need it to do through these relays over a cellular network. This right here is a cellular module, which is gonna assist in doing that. I have some other cool things like keyboard. I'll get into it. This is gonna be implemented somewhere into my dash or the middle. What is it called? It's not coming to me right now, but yeah, this will get utilized for some shortcuts, you know, volume and select button, things of that nature. I have a touchscreen that I did test with the Raspberry Pi. It's amazing. We'll get into it. Some bunch of other small gadgets that we'll get into. As you do remember from a previous episode, one of those lights were defective, so I did get another light. And yeah, and obviously I need to get the the main pieces of this build. I'm real proud of this piece right here. It's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. It's GPS. It works with GPS, so it'll be pretty accurate. Speed, RPM. You got your turn signals, your high beam. Yeah, it's pretty dope. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is take a look at this LTE hat, and we'll install this to the Raspberry Pi. So it comes with the actual hat. And the fan, this is one side. So it has a fan on one side. The other side, it has a primary SIM, a secondary SIM. The actual mini what is it called again? M.2. Is it M.2 or PCIe? Or NVMe, micro NVMe, if I'm saying that right. USB-C power, Type-C. I believe this is for the data, I'm not sure. A fan switch, a reset switch. That is a headphone jack. So I believe this is where audio will come through if I used the voiceover data to actually talk, have a conversation. But yeah, this is the hat. It comes with a manual. Comes with the PS cables. Oh, it actually came with 3. An extra one. There's only supposed to be 2 in there, so thank you for that. And all the M.2 screws. Along with the manual, it also comes with the antennas. So we'll get that set up. So these M.2 standoffs and screws, they come in handy. But I went ahead and got a standoff kit. These will come in handy when I connect this piece to this piece, because they will be connected sitting in the behind the dashboard. So yeah, these come in handy. Now they did give me a screwdriver, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my kit that I have here. England, it's a pretty good company. It's the same company that I got my Bluetooth keyboard from, which we'll get to in a few. I know, but yeah. See if this fits. Yes, it does. All right. So originally, this hat was supposed to be on top of the pie. However, I do not think that I have enough room to put this on top. So I am going to opt out for the bottom, which should be pretty easy with these standoffs. Days ago, I was testing the Raspberry Pi. I didn't get a chance to record it, but shout out to Freenove. This is the NVMe adapter. There's actually a SSD down there, and that's what I'm booting the OS off of, as opposed to booting from a SD card. I'll still be able to boot from an SD card if I choose to, with the help of this right here. This will be actually on the dashboard, and I'll be able to unscrew this and access an SD port, which will allow me to boot other operating systems or whatever I need to do. And let's get this last standoff on here. And that's ready to go onto the LTE hat. Should snap right on. This one. And there goes two. Now this module is the EC25AF. I'll show some of the specs for this on the screen. I went with this as opposed to just the EC25 because it has more coverage in the States. It actually works worldwide, so I'll be able to get coverage wherever I am. But it has more coverage in the States than the regular EC25, so I went with the EC25AF. So yeah, hopefully this thing works how it's supposed to. We're gonna try it out. It came from AliExpress, so you know, they've been doing good lately, so test this out. Just gonna snap that in there. And then you wanna push it down. I'm gonna go ahead and get some screws in there. So that's that, it's on there. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach these cables. So if you can see, there's a main LTE, there's a GNSS for, you guessed it, GPS, and there is a, it says DIV on here, but this is the auxiliary LTE, which basically helps improve the LTE signal, 4G, 3G signal. Yeah, so if you notice, we only have two cables here, so we're gonna utilize the main LTE and the GPS, because we do want GPS. We want to be able to get a location on this car at all times and receive a location as well for things like GPS and whatnot. Okay, now before adding power to any radio, you want to make sure that the antennas are connected, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, I opted for this obviously because it's a hat as opposed to maybe like a USB LTE module, things like that. I just thought this would be cooler. Not too small because this fan needs to be able to breathe. So we have, this is the brain of Zero. Oh, yeah, we have a Raspberry Pi. We have NVMe, a PCIe to NVMe hat. It's holding the SSD. That's 128 gigs right now. And then we have our LTE module at the bottom, LTE hat. And you have perfect access to SIM card ports, you know, everything that we need access to. So here we're gonna be attaching this to our fuse box and attempting to get some power to the Pi. Hopefully I don't blow things up. Now, I want the Pi to start the car, so I'm going to have to run the power from here, so that when I start the car, the push to start, the computer comes on along with the screen and everything else. So yeah, let's see if we can get this wired up correctly. Do the same thing on the other side. Put the heat shrink on there. Connect this to the negative. And fuse box. Okay, so turn this on. The Pi should come on. This is just one test of many. There it is. We got a live one. So I'm just marking the board, getting ready to drill out these holes for where I want to place these components.
Simple isn't easy.
Okay, this will go right next to it. So I have these cables. I'm gonna go ahead and tear this paper off. Start sticking these pieces down. There we go. Everything lines up. All right. Let's get this down in here. This is down. Everything is on here solid. I'm probably gonna wire this up later and work on some scripts for the relays just to show you guys how this all works. Yeah. And I'm definitely gonna jump into this in a few. Just stay tuned.